Now hold up. Wait a minute.
This is a hot mess dumpster fire.
I gave you 3.
It's a triple hot mess dumpster fire.
That's right.
That means it's rolling down the hill, flames just blazing.
All of us are in it going.
And all of us.
People that aren't like us, that aren't mentally challenged, are like, what's the big deal?
Does this show have integrity?
I was going to say, did
Come
you use
on.
integrity in this show in the same sentence? Are you new?
Hate to burst your bubble. Pretty high maintenance.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Thriving.
Jacked up as usual.
I gotta question you and your nasty ass.
Unnecessary! Nikki, it's on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd
go.
stab somebody.
Well, I'm going to say this. We're not doing that, and suck it. How about that?
Yep. I can't work in conditions like this. I can't. I'm trying to be professional and I've got wieners everywhere. I just can't.
Look, you nasty. I'm just telling you right now, you're nasty. What's good, y'all? We are the Ponch and Nikki Show, and we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And then later on today, you can catch the rest of the show on all of the previously mentioned, plus Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and all the cool things. Good morning, Top Knot Beavis.
Hello. Oh, my hair is disgusting.
That didn't take long before we were back getting Top Knot. Why is your hair disgusting?
I haven't washed it in like 3 days. It's fine. Oh, it's got dry shampoo in it. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere.
I've never used a dry shampoo.
Well,
Never.
you don't need to. I've got long hair and I hate washing my hair. It takes so long. It's such a process.
Is that weird? I wash my hair like once or at least once a day, but twice a day sometimes. Like,
Really? I don't know if that's good for it.
Seems fine.
Wash it that much?
I have oily hair though. Like I have oily skin, and oily hair, so it's still. Anyway, it's just us girls who are chatting about our hair, y'all. What's up?
That's one thing I'm like, I can just walk down the hall, go into another room. I mean, like I said, one of these mornings you're going to see me in my robe because why not?
Let's have a robe day. Let's totally have a robe day. Let's do that tomorrow.
We need to take advantage of this situation that we have been presented here.
Yes, because I was given not too long ago, Nia gave me a bathrobe, which is very luxurious.
Yes.
It's soft. It's nice. I just don't know how to rock it. I feel weird wearing it. I feel.
Hello, Hugh Hefner. Just pop that thing on, get yourself a little cigar, and sit down.
Bam, I look like Randy Quaid in Christmas Vacation, where he's emptying the porta potty in the bathrobe. So that's why I don't know. I just have a mental hang up with the bathrobe. But if you want to do a bathrobe show for tomorrow,
let's do it.
Just text me.
Okay.
Let me know. Book it. Hey, thanks to everybody popping in on the chat. You can chat live with us on YouTube and on Facebook at Ponch and Nikki. And you can see the chat just scrolling on the screen there. So there you go. We got a lot to get to today. You were telling me that things that you lose as you age, but you're okay with it. Is that right?
Things that you lose as you age, and you could care less.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll also get to single folks that have reached their threshold, meaning I think you've known people like this. I don't know. I don't think that you've been in this situation necessarily. But I have seen my friends who are single to where it's just like they have that moment of I'm single and it's cool. It's fine. I'm not going to try too hard. Then they get then they start getting beat up by the dating world. Like because those apps are terrible.
Yes.
I mean, can we agree?
Oh yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. I was only on it for a hot second and no, never again. It's the worst. And why does every man have a picture with him and a fish? I'll never understand that. It's either him and a fish or him and a dog. It's so weird.
Well, the dog, that's psychological. The fish thing, that's a deal, but it's not me. Like when I was on the apps and I saw a girl holding a fish, I'm like, no, swipe. And I've heard that.
Girl holding a fish?
Oh, yeah. It's like it's the fish, it's a hold a fish community to where they find each other. And it's like, but that's not for me. But the dog thing is psychological. That's a smart guy. He could be a psychopath, but he is intelligent because it's just like, oh, look, something likes him. That's all it is. It's like
Okay.
I care for something and something likes me back. And that's why I'm going to put the dog into the picture. Well, shit. Let's go ahead and get to it now. This guy reminds me of so many of my friends to where it's like everything that we talked about, you go through all those stages, then you quit date. You make the proclamation. I'm done with men. I'm done with women. I am never dating again. And then you start talking to your friends, and then you just become a recluse. And then like 3 months later, you reemerge, and maybe you turn into this guy.
Say what you want to about being single on a Saturday. I got my blood orange and pomegranate candle going. I got some food, sweet taters, zucchini, and salmon. And I got some goo-goo dolls. What you got on a Saturday?
Right.
I wonder why he's single.
No, I'm saying I think that he was probably a normal guy at some point.
God, he's got crazy eyes. Looks like... What do you got on a Saturday?
He's got the Goo Goo Dolls, fam, and a blood orange candle.
Golly.
What could be better? All right. Welcome to the Ponch and Nikki show. We appreciate you hanging with us. Let's do a little spill in the tea.
Make it burn. Spill that tea, girl. Viva's is showing receipts. Spill the tea. Make it burn. Spill that tea, girl. Spilling the tea. With Nikki V. The tea piping hot today. Pull up a chair and get your spy with the tea. With Nikki V. The tea piping hot today. Pull up a chair and get your spot, okay?
All right, guys. Yesterday, kind of a big step here. The jury in the Diddy trial have reached a partial verdict on 4 of the 5 counts.
I'm glad we're talking because I immediately got confused because I was thinking I'm going to have some answers here. Because, breaking on your phone. I'm like, okay, we're going to have some answers. And I was like, I don't think I have any answers. I don't understand.
Not yet. So they're having a really tough time with the first count, and that's the verdict on racketeering conspiracy charge. They cannot come to an agreement on that, and that was count 1, and that's the maximum sentence of life in prison. So the judge was like, "Well, go back to the room. Keep at it until you guys can figure it out." But they have made a decision on all the rest of the counts. So we could potentially know going into the holiday, like this week, we could potentially know his fate.
A lot of people are, some people are still, I think, a tad misguided. I think it is like he's getting off.
I have a feeling this guy is going to, yeah.
You think he's going to get off? I do not think.
I think he's going to get a slap on the wrist. I don't think he's going to get all the way off, but he is not going to get the full force of it. He's not.
He's going to get minimum 10. Minimum 10.
And so what? You're on good behavior. You're out in like 5.
No. I'm saying like with good behavior and all of that, I say he does 10.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think that they were, the prosecution was being bold by trying to pull the RICO Act. And for racketeering and conspiracy and collusion and all of that. I get what they were doing because then it's like they can now what they're going to do is they'll negotiate, right? It's like, we got you on these 4, fam. We got you on the 4. Most likely this 5th one, can we work something out? Can we let that go? And then it's like, okay, we're not going to get you life in prison, but
right. They're going to go back and forth. Count 2, the sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. That is a mandatory minimum of 15 years. That's count 2. Count 3 is the transportation to engage in prostitution. That's a maximum of 10 years. Count 4, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion is a mandatory minimum of 15 years in prison. And then the 5th count is transportation to engage in prostitution, gives you a maximum of 10. So if he's guilty on 4 of the 5, and they go for the maximum on that, they get it. I mean, 10, 20, 35.
They'll negotiate concurrent. They'll negotiate all of those sentences to run concurrently and not stack them. But I guarantee that's what they're trying to do right now. And this has been brought to you by the law offices of Ponch and Ponched, where we don't know shit. I know we have lawyer friends and they're sitting here listening to me and they're like, that's not right. Look, I have opinions.
I would want to stack it. Like, why would you be okay with just saying, oh yeah, 10, like, no, you've done multiple offenses. So why wouldn't you stack them?
Because you're dealing with someone that has seemingly unlimited or a lot of resources. So just like anybody else, like in maybe like a lawsuit, I think the prosecution just wants to get this done in one way or the other. They're reaching for all of it, but they're not going to get all of it.
Yeah.
Apparently, because I mean, how many, real talk, you follow it more than I do, how many lawyers does Diddy have on this case? Isn't it something like a dozen or like 25?
A lot of them have dropped out. A lot of them stepped away from it. So not as many as he started. I don't know how many are left. I want to say there's probably like 8 now or something.
Way more than you and I. And you know what I'm saying? So they can sit and just red tape it, negotiate it all day long. And also they have relationships with the DA. And, you know, if you do me this solid right here, I'm using my imagination, folks. It's not necessarily fact, but I'm just figuring it's like, look, we know each other. This other case is more important to this. Let's just, can we just get off this RICO acting and let's get him 10, 15 years or whatever. And then we'll go from there. That's my prediction. We'll see. We will see. If it comes down before 4th of July, that's going to be, woo, bang, bang, going into a holiday weekend. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. Okay. On to Miss Katy Perry. You know, if you watched the show the other day, we talked about how she and Orlando Bloom have split. They were married for, I believe, did they make it to 10 years? They made it a few. Feels like that. They have a daughter together, but they have split. And he was spotted this weekend over in Venice for the big Bezos wedding. He was smiling, walking around, hanging out with Sydney Sweeney, with Kim Kardashian. So he's over there living his best life. Katie's on tour right now, and she broke down. Thank you for always being there for me, Australia. It means the world. Now let's sing fireworks. Yeah, she had tears just rolling down her face. Pretty emotional. It was her final show in Australia. You know, this brought back, I don't know if you remember, Ponch, when she was dating Russell Brand. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was Russell. Weren't they engaged or married? Or was it somebody else? No, she was with Russell Brand. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to remember which one literally broke up with her right before she went on stage. And she kept it completely professional. I remember asking her about that when I went to, we did a meet and greet at one point, and I'm like, how the hell did you, oh God, that's way back in the day right there. Who is that? Hey, it's Nikki Vivas, young. That's baby Vivas. Good God almighty. Are you in 8th grade? My goodness. Oh, I don't even know what year that was. Anyway, I remember asking her, and I'm like, how were you able? I mean, because you can see it. She's legit crying. And the next thing you know, she pops up and it's like, turn it on. And here I am. I mean, the strength that takes. It was Russell Brand. Okay. I thought so. And she's just like, you know, kind of what we do, Ponch. I mean, we're not on that level, of course, but we know you just got to turn it on. But it is an amazing thing. And you don't understand it as a performer. As a performer and an artist, and you're right, not on Katy Perry level by any means, but it is a weird mechanism in us that I believe is not healthy. Is to where no matter what tragedy is going on in our lives, we and it could be a mental, like a loss of something or something big like that emotionally, but it also physically, and if we're physically sick, we could feel like on the doorstep of death or checking ourselves into a mental hospital. But as soon as the microphone comes on, it all goes away. It's the weirdest thing. It's kind of like having to go to the bathroom too. That goes away. It all goes away. And then we're focused on the show. And as soon as it's done, then all that stuff just seeps right back in.
Yeah, it's a weird, toxic little revolving door. But she's clearly going through it, and they've split, and she probably just all the emotions caught up to her. And at the end of the day, we have to remember that these people, even though they're celebrities and they're big time and all the things, they're still human, and they have feelings. So
you're right. Maybe because he's in we mentioned him already this week on the show. Maybe because he's in a different place. Maybe her and John Mayer can rekindle things.
Wouldn't that be wild?
That'd be awesome. I think that would be incredible. I want to go back to this picture though. You don't remember what this?
When was the California Girls tour? What year? I mean, the first time I met Katie was the Beaumont Club.
Rest in peace, Beaumont Club. Shout out Jarbar.
Yeah, right. So that was when she first, I Kissed a Girl was the big single. I mean,
Bill was saying 2011.
Okay.
From the backdrop.
2011. So I, right there, then that I would have just graduated college.
Wow.
Yeah, well, because I graduated college in 2010. So like
here I am. This is a couple of years later, and this is when she had her Prism tour.
Who's that guy?
Who's that? Hey, what's up, bro? Out here in LA, what's going on?
See, this is what's so wild. Look at you there, and then put you full screen right now. Like, hi, you're younger. You're younger now.
Yeah, that dude was living hard.
Yeah.
And that was man, I remember that night too, because we were listening to her. It was an album pre-release party. So it was industry tastemakers, probably about 40 of us in a room. And we all got to go up and say hi to Katie. And it was odd because she then sat in front of the room, and then her record person played the entire album for us. Like the entire album front to back. And I loved it, and it was great. But also, they had an open bar, and there was a pre-party. And I was actually fine because when it comes to art, guys, no matter what really is in my mind, I like to respect it. So I sat there and listened intently, but you could tell that there were people that were having drinks and could give no fucks about her music.
Yeah,
and it was really, really awkward because she was like looking at the people, and they were fumbling on the phone, and I was just
like, ask? Were they like, hey, what did you like? Did they stop between each song and say, hey, what do you think of this one, and want feedback?
Yes.
That's where it would get weird. It's like, do you be honest, or do you say, yeah, it's great, it's a smash?
It's the worst feeling to have an artist in your office or in your presence, and they give you their art and they say, what do you think? And my opinion or anyone else's is subjective. It really doesn't matter. I had this very awkward, and we'll get into some. I think this is fun because tomorrow we'll get into Throwback Thursday and some of our old picks. But Adam Lambert came to my office one time, and legit, this is like before he went back on tour with Queen and filled in for Freddie Mercury. But he sat there and played me his entire album. It wasn't even mastered yet, you know. And he's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Adam, I think you're awesome, and I think these songs are awesome. I don't know what the world thinks of them." So that's, and you're just like, and if it sucked, I would feel inclined to be like, "I don't know, man."
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, that's a bad feeling.
It's kind of like somebody with a bad, and I'm not saying Adam Lambert's album was bad or this, but it's kind of like if somebody has a really bad haircut, you're like, "What do you think?" And you're like, "It's great."
See, and I don't know. That's a weird area for me because I am a no friend. So I'm usually honest. Like I just am. I would want to know. I would want people to be honest with me. So I'm usually like, that's not the move. And then people are like, God, she's such a bitch.
That's just you though.
I'm just not, I'm not a sugarcoat kind of gal. Like I'm going to keep it real with you.
I'm at a point in my life right now where I can't have people that are wishy-washy and ass kissy also on the other end of that, I can't have someone that is just blatantly toxic either. But I need real around me, between you and Naya. There is a zero tolerance of bullshit. There's just a zero.
I think that comes with age. I mean, honestly, you'll tolerate a lot in your teens, your 20s, even a little bit in your early 30s, and then you start getting up there and you're like, I don't care anymore.
Right.
I don't need to please anybody but myself.
That's the pictures. That's the pictures you see on the screen right now. We don't care anymore. But back then, look at this.
That sweet girl. Life didn't kick her in the teeth yet. She's like, oh, I'm having the best time ever. Look at my little lanyard around my neck.
Kitty Parrot. Oh my God.
Oh my God. God, that must have been when my hair started balding. Did you notice that? Yeah, zoom in.
I can't zoom in.
I can see where my hair started to fall out a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was the year.
I honestly, I didn't notice it until you pointed it out.
I do. I notice it in every picture.
Huh.
I don't know. Started thinning after I had that surgery.
Meanwhile, you got this burnout over here. Hey, bro.
I think it's great. Are you following the Todd Chrisley situation?
No.
I know they're cringe. Todd Chrisley and his wife. It's cringe. I get it. And he honestly is a cheese ball. But
who's that character on Ted Lasso? Coach Beard. Anyway, go ahead.
That's good. Yeah, no, that's good. I can't help it. There's a part of me that kind of tunes in and pays a little bit attention to him. So they're both got released from prison. Now they are immediately working on a new show. He was on his daughter's podcast and he was talking about how I guess he was in prison with the dude from the college admission scam. What is it? Rick Singer. He like went after him. Not in that way. Like he wanted to fight him.
He went after Mayo McGee.
Okay. What I said. And I would have done that. And he was like, I said, I don't need you to be afraid of me. Just be aware. If my daughter's name comes out of your mouth again, I will rip your head off and down your neck.
Oh, okay.
So we never had another problem with him.
Can you picture Todd Chrisley ripping somebody's neck? No, I can't. He said his time in prison.
There's so much to say.
Say it.
There's just so much.
We have no boundaries now.
But I don't. But look, there is a line of just throwing out thoughts that could be harmful to someone. But man, I'm not buying this shit. And I think that's what it is. It's like I'm interested because he kind of looks like he has that facial structure and that plastic surgery, kind of like Liberace.
Yeah.
You do a side by side between. He looks like Liberace. So I'm fascinated by watching that. And then it gets into the dynamic. And yeah, he's obviously, he has a feminine, side to him. That's fine. But it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of like we grew up in a different time. It's kind of like gay guys who are good friends of mine that didn't come out of the closet out of necessity because they were scared, but they would overdo it. And they were just like, it's on her, man. And I'm like, calm down.
We used to work with somebody like that.
Yes, a couple people like that. And then when they like came out to me, which was sweet, they were just like, I'm gay. And I was like, duh.
No.
And I don't care. And you're fine.
I will watch this show though. I will tune in just because I want to see the ridiculousness. So
might as well. I mean, what else are we going to do with our lives? Watch reality TV.
Love Island. Oh my God. I meant to bring this up. Did you start it?
It's in my queue.
This season is nuts.
It's so trash.
Oh my God. It's so trash. It's so ridiculous. When my sister came over, she's 29. No, 20. Yeah, 29. And
getting up there. Woof.
I know. She just turned 29. Anyway, I'm sitting there talking about Love Island with her because, her generation, this is all of them. Wow. I legit feel dumber when I watch this show. And the way they have made this whole, and I don't want to say it's the whole generation, but the people on this show, the way they have minimized the importance and like the value that comes with sex, or, you know, sharing your body with someone, or, you know, like it's mind blowing to me. Like, it just does not matter. It's all out the window. Nobody cares. YOLO. It's insane.
I see what you're saying. And I've heard comments like that too, watching reality shows with the new generation, like Gen Alpha and some of these other ones too. It's like, man, they're just so free. But that's kind of, in my experience of talking to people in that age group, that's kind of how they are. They just don't have the hangups and the shame, I guess, that was put upon us, unrightly though, that was put on us. There's the shame about your body and sex and what you want and what's acceptable and all this. And a lot of that is gone. A lot of that is just like, hey, sex is a part of our everyday lives. And that's something that you do. And that it's also something you do with somebody you love. And it's just a little bit different.
What? STDs are real. Like, those things are real, and you just open up and bang everybody. Wow. Like, you're going to catch something. It's just a matter of when. You got to be careful. Not everybody should have access to you. I understand you want to be free, and it's, you know, like, oh, my body, and you know, I can do whatever. Like, that's fine. That's fine. But you need to protect yourself, and you need to be safe, and you need to know that these things exist in the world. Well, and there's a reason why we all didn't go around just, okay, that's all I'm saying.
Don't say we, and only speak for yourself, fam. I mean, there are
people that agree with me. I know there are. So I'm saying we.
100% there are people that agree with you and carry themselves, but there's also people that don't feel that way.
Sure.
There's people that like to get out there and explore. I even say, man, it's like, especially if like you're in your 20s, don't take life too seriously. Get out, enjoy that.
I agree with that.
Beautiful, untattered body that you have. Get out there and have some fun with it. Be careful. Like Nikki said, that Aunt Nikki's right though. Use the protection. Be careful. All the stuff.
Careful, man. Especially now. Oh boy, people have things that they don't even know they have. Like, hi, there's a thing out there. Yeah, I'm going here. There's a thing out there called Trick. There is a thing called Trick, and it's new.
Okay,
it's a new thing, and men carry it, and there are no signs or symptoms. Men don't know they have it, and it's like 1 in 3 men have it.
Okay, I need to look this up.
It's terrifying. I learned all about that from these young gals. My sister told me all about it.
And it's called Trick?
Somebody, I guess in college, when she was in college, it was everywhere. Like, it's, we weren't taught about that growing up, but men carry it, and there are no signs, no symptoms. They don't know they have it, and they're just out here tricking everybody. And then next thing you know, the woman's like, woo. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm all about like you loving your body, and I want to be free, and I want to, express my sexuality, and that's cool. But you got to realize that not everybody's clean. Not everybody takes care of their shit. So you need to protect yourself.
All right. The trick thing I'm looking up is, what is Shay saying here?
Yeah. Trichomomonin, whatever that word is. On the street slang's trick.
Trichomonas.
Yeah.
Monas. It does have moan in the word. So I think that's,
there's that. I'll have to have my OB on as a guest one day, Dr. Ash.
It'd be awesome.
She will educate the shit out of you. And she is so funny and down to earth. I love her so much. She'll come on and she'll tell us all the things.
While we're on the subject, honestly, I'm glad you brought it up too, because these are conversations that, I don't know, we couldn't get into depth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But also along with, Shay said I said it right. Look at that.
Hey,
Dr. Ponch.
You're a lawyer today. You are a doctor today. What next, sir? Astronaut?
Stripper, maybe. I'm just saying, along with being careful and using protection and all that, because all these stuff, I didn't even know this trick thing was a thing. Go get tested. Like, you go to a doctor once or twice a year or whatever. Throw that into your blood work and say, hey,
always,
can you test me for literally everything?
Yep.
Literally, I had this done I had this done like at the end of last year, just cause, just to be sure. Look,
but some people don't want to know. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to know the truth. They want to live it, with their head in the clouds.
Well, if you're throwing it to other people, then that's not cool. I'm just saying, I've lived a life. I've lived 10, and I was just like, hey, guys, give me all the bad news. What's going on? And then you wait like a day, and you're just like, oh, damn. All good, clean bill of health. All right, very nice.
All right, moving on.
Oh, shoo! Chris is saying that this trick thing is not new, and it's an STD caused by a parasite.
Well, I was never taught about it in school. I was taught about, the other ones, the ones that you hear, the more common ones. I'll just say that. Maybe it's not new. Maybe it's just not talked about. I don't know, because I had never heard of it.
Like our biggest one. Well, you have to understand too. I was going to school at the dawn of AIDS. So like in like late elementary school and middle school, HIV and AIDS became the thing. It was like, that's what everyone talked about. But really around that time before, it's like the clap. You got to worry about that. Is that the same as gonorrhea? I don't know. Get tested, use protection, and have fun with your body. That's our message.
There it is. Right? Okay. Now that we're out of our doctor talk, I feel like this is a perfect segue. I want to talk about these things that you just don't care about anymore as you age.
Okay.
You want to get into that?
Let's absolutely get into that.
Because I know, I already know how you're going to stand on a lot of these. You're going to be, all about it.
These are things that as we get older, we just let go and we don't care about.
Yeah. Just, as you age, there are certain things that you just leave behind and you're like, doesn't bother me anymore.
One of those things you shouldn't leave behind, Nikki, is your body odor. That's right. Our friends at Mando want you to feel great. Make sure you go to shopmando.com. Use the code word Ponch, Ponch, Ponch. You get 20% off at Mando. You don't want to stink. And look, it's not just, I didn't have these yesterday in front of me, but you got the stick there, underarm. It's great. And this stuff is amazing. Body wash, acidified body wash. I used that this morning. Yes, that ass. And then this is the one right here. The whole body deodorant. That's where you can. Oh,
it's like a spray. You can spray it all over.
Refreshing. Very nice. Anyway, get your guy Mando today. 20% off. Go to shopmando.com and use the code word Ponch for 20% off.
Boom. There it is. All right. So as we age, a couple things that we just don't care about anymore. Needing to have it all figured out. Used to panic if our life wasn't planned and everything wasn't just all nice and neat. Now we know that no one actually has shit figured out. Nobody. And life is a work in progress. So people are like, you know what? It's okay not to have it all figured out.
Perfectly okay. No one does.
Yeah.
People that say they have it figured out, it's like, okay. Good for you. Good for you is what I say.
Good on you.
Good on you. Good for you that you have it figured out. But most people don't. Just be kind. That's it. Be kind.
Try. The need to please everyone. This is something I struggled with. Oh, I definitely struggled with this one. Why did you put up the Katy Perry picture?
Because you were young and you were a people pleaser then, I would imagine.
Yeah. So, once upon a time, I feel like a lot of people, they would do things just out of guilt, out of like, man, like especially with plans. If somebody invites you to something, or if someone was like, oh, you should come to this, and you're like, oh God, I really should. You start getting in your head and you're like, yeah, I guess I will, even though you don't want to go, even though you have no desire to be around these people. You feel a guilt and like you need to please people. It's draining.
I don't feel that need any longer. I know what you're talking about, but there's something not, and it's not just being a dick or difficult, but there's something freeing about saying no. No, not this time. No, not you can't be everything to everyone. So yeah, no's okay. That I'm learning. No.
As you age, people are saving their energy for the people who truly matter, and they're not depleting themselves. And as you get older, it's the word no is used more freely, and you're okay with it.
Man, I am understanding that energy transfer better than ever right now, because you are right. If I'm around a bunch of people that take my energy, my I don't know, my chi or whatever is depleted so much that I feel bad. So you're right. If I know that these folks are soul vampire, energy vampires,
energy suckers,
I try to limit it. And also, it's like if I'm out in public too, I probably have to take like a 45-minute just mental break afterwards, because I'm so mentally drained. It's overwhelming for me. But yeah, no's good.
Well, I think the mentally draining part and having to just take 45 minutes afterwards, I get that. Not everyone's that way, but boy, that's a new thing, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think that is a new thing because we are inundated with just constant, doom scrolling, the news, world catastrophes, toxic negativity. I mean, it's just, we're all exhausted on a different level. You wake up and you're freaking exhausted. It's just too much. It just is.
No, you're right. And it's so important to get back to nature too. I know that's hippy dippy and shit.
Go touch grass, people. Go touch grass.
Ground.
Here's one I think people can agree with, and hit the chat, guys. Let us know if you're agreeing with this or not. Worrying about your appearance. Ooh, I will go to the store and I will look straight up homeless. I don't care anymore. I do it all the time. I look straight up. I look nasty. Like I look like I don't care. I just roll out now. You wouldn't have back in the day. And oh my God, you would never have caught me without makeup and like dressed nice. And if I'm going shopping and running errands, like I'm going to look presentable. Nope, not anymore. Here I am.
I get it. It's much more of a presentation for you guys to get out and get ready. I keep it right here on the fashion level. So, I mean, I can literally go out like this and be like, what's up? And this is me out of the shower. This is also me fresh out of bed. Pretty much. I mean, this is my uniform. So yeah, I get it. I look at folks sometimes in the store that are like that. And I imagine this entire. Do you ever do that when you're in public? Imagine people's backstories and just
create their whole life, their scenario. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw one the other day, this woman, and she just had this dead look in her eyes. And I just started imagining, I was just like, yep, her husband, big piece of shit, doesn't do anything. She's terrible. And then I guess she had like 5 kids. 2 different baby daddies is what I was thinking to myself. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm not saying that I was like stalking her, but I was like interested to see this is the time that I have on my hands. I was interested to see the items that she was going to purchase, because that says a lot about you as well. And it was the normal. I
hate that.
She got Uncrustables and she got some like snackable things. And I was like, okay, cool. And then beeline over to the liquor section. Mommy juice.
I remember one of the times I went through the checkout at the grocery store, the kid was just like scanning my items. And he's like, man, you just go through a breakup? Like the judgment with that dude. I'll never forget that. And I go, actually, no. Actually, I just want to eat some snacks, asshole.
Wow.
Yeah. See, I don't like when people you judge people by what they buy in their cart. No, maybe we just like these things. Maybe I enjoy, drinking a bottle of wine and eating ice cream. I mean, maybe that's my thing. It doesn't always have to mean that I just got broken up with. Ugh.
Or maybe it does. And maybe it means that you're like, I don't know, 3 weeks before you have an intervention and go to rehab, and you go to the grocery store by your house and you buy a bunch of booze and snacks, and the checker goes innocently, party this weekend. And I was like, yeah, party this weekend. Yeah, this is all for me. No, it's party this weekend. Yeah, you're right. You got
I'm sharing. I'm definitely sharing.
My friend Kelly on screen here, 100%. I do the same, Nikki. I always had to put on makeup, etc. Not anymore. No effort done here. No effort done here.
And inevitably, oh my God, it'll happen. It will happen that I will run into somebody that I haven't seen in a long time, or, somebody, they'll be like, hey, Nikki, oh my God. Or, like somebody I don't know that I'm just meeting for the first time. And I'm, you know what? This is me, people. It is what it is. It's fine. It's all fine.
All fine. I notice people's kindness level more than anything in what they dress anymore. I don't even. I used to be pretty superficial. It's like, he's wearing that. She's wearing that. I don't care about that anymore. It's just like,
man, we're all just trying to make it.
Are you nice or not? Is how I'm judging. That's all. That's the only way. I was like, you're a dick.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah. Absolutely. The list is really long. There's a ton more on there, guys, but I think really, the overall idea to this is just letting it be. Just like try not to control every situation, and that's coming from the control freak. Like I'm trying to learn to let go and not, and just like, and I think that's what this year has taught me, because this first 6 months, I think that's what it's taught me, is that I legit have no control over anything. I really don't. And it's like, I have to just sit back and watch this thing play out.
Isolate that, please. Oh, wait, that's my job now. Matt! Isolate that, please. You're absolutely right. We do not have control over any of this. And I'm so guilty. And thank God you and I think this is with great friendships and great relationships, is that you and I are never bad at the same time. We're never bad at the same time. Meaning when you're going through your shit, I'm usually pretty for whatever reason, the universe says, okay, dude, you've got to be buttoned up with your emotions. You've got to be really, really strong for this situation. You got it. It's fine. And if you're having a bad time, then that's where I am. But yesterday, like I told you, I was like, man, there are times where I'm like struggling on this, but you were doing much, much better yesterday. So I felt like I was able to, I don't know. I didn't dump on you, but I felt like I was able to open up to you, because that's the kind of relationship that we have. You know what I mean?
We are a true yin and yang. I mean, we truly are. We complement each other in the best way. Yeah. And that's a true partnership. And that's what you do. I mean, my God, there's been so many times I've fallen apart and you've had to carry, and vice versa. So
sure.
That's what makes us a good team. What did Crystal say over here? Crystal's got a paragraph.
All right, hang on. Crystal back on here. And by the way, once again, if you're just joining the show, we're live on Facebook, X, and on YouTube, and on Facebook. And on YouTube, you can comment live. Yes. And those are all scrolling on the screen here if you want to look at that. So, Crystal, go ahead and read Crystal's.
Let's see. I just want you guys to know my kiddos love you guys as much as I do. Thank you.
What up?
If not more, my middle child listens to y'all on YouTube now on her tablet while we were in the car. Oh, love that. Our internet wasn't working in the car. We turned on 99.7. And she said, Mom, who are these? Oh, I love your kids.
All right, well, thank you.
I love that. Tell them we said hi and thank you for listening.
We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
You never know, kids. Someday this could be you. Look at that.
Hey, that's a true story. Shoot for your dreams, man.
That could be you.
You can do whatever you want in this life.
Or if you're a rascal, you end up like this guy right there.
And then that other picture, she'll come along and she'll help clean that up. It'll be fine. And then they'll constantly play off of each other for the rest of their life.
Right. And then someday you'll get old, and then someday you'll feel just like this guy right here. This goes along exactly with what you're talking about just a second ago.
It's just a daily reminder that you ain't required to give a fuck about nothing that they talking about. So don't. Fuck them.
Oh.
Shit. Fuck you for letting people stress you the fuck out for you. You got all other bullshit going on in the world. You got bills and shit. You wake up remembering that we all gotta die one day. You got kids fucking up in school, a bunion, goddamn, the random set of people, and you worried about what the fuck somebody got to say. You're not required to give a fuck about that.
See? You heard it from
F words.
You heard it from that guy. Well, he had a blunt behind his behind his ear.
I'm going to take advice from. That seems solid. Honestly, it was good advice. Don't give him F. Yeah, I don't know what that thing was on his head though. It's like a Velcro hat.
Yeah, I was more focused on the blunt behind his ear. That had already been lit at one point.
So you put it out to save it. Got it. Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Also, we were talking about since we were talking about things we let go. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Sorry, I just saw that somebody's watching us from a beach in Jamaica. Janelle.
What up, Janelle?
Yeah. She's watching you guys from the beach. I think I saw Marcy. She was on here. Marcy's in Rome. She's in Italy right now.
Whew.
Watching us from Italy.
Look at us. Did you ever think we'd be worldwide? Did you ever think at some
yes.
point when you were a kid? Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I really did. And then we got bamboozled. It's fine. It's all fine. Because you can't block God's blessings. You can't block them. You can't.
You can't. Look, you just have to adapt. You have to change. Kind of like your list that you were talking about a second ago.
Yeah.
As we get older, things that we don't care about any longer, like caring about what people think and our appearances and, just the dumb things. In fact, yesterday you made the proclamation, which I thought was very cute. And you're like, you're not going to believe what I gave up since we got fired. And I'm like, hit me. I don't know. What did you give up fast food? Did you give up eating out all the time? No, it's something much more close to my heart. And I'm like, okay, get to it, man. What did you give up? What did you give up that is hurting your soul? Show everyone.
Guys, I did it. I finally did it. The claws are gone.
You still have nails.
I have boy hands.
No, you don't.
Boy hands. Yes, I do. Look at this. And my hands are smaller now, too. Boy hands.
You have less of a Nosferatu vibe to your hands. You do.
I cut my claws. It was time. Look, things. You got to give some things up. And I'm not going to keep getting my nails done. I don't have the money to keep doing that. And those were my real nails. Those were my real nails. I've been getting my claws sharpened for 10 years with Kelly. And I went in and I was like, Kelly, it's time. And she's like, no. And I'm like, it's time. We're cutting them off. Just all natural here. And she's like, are you going to cry? Because I don't have time for you to cry. My nail gal I love her. She's the only woman that scares me. I love her so much. Like she's terrifying. She's the best. I've been going to her for 10 years, but she is one of those like no nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have time for crying today. Are you going to cry? I was like, Kelly, my life has been a shit show lately. I keep getting kicked in the teeth. Give me some sympathy. Let's have a moment of silence for the claws.
She lost her job. Now she lost her nails. I even heard her blood's for sale. Nikki lost her nails. Life is tough. At least she still got a nice butt. Oh my God, Nikki lost her claws. I ain't just saying it ain't cause. Oh my God, Nikki lost her claws.
Yep. There you go. Nikki lost her claws.
I feel naked. My Stabby McGee is not stabby right now.
It's got to feel weird.
They're nubs.
Are you having a depth perception issue because you feel like you have, when someone loses a limb and they feel like that limb is still there? I know that's drastic, and just calm down, everyone. Don't at me. But is it like, do you still feel your nails are there long and you go?
It's weird. It's weird because I'm not used to feeling my skin here. So like when I touch things, because my nails always touched first. So that is weird. Like the little pads or whatever. I don't know. It's going to be different. It's going to take some time, but first world problems. It's fine. I'll be fine. My God, they'll grow back.
Lindsay says, have you ever tried doing your own nails, or maybe a friend who knows how to do it? You know what? Here you go.
I cannot paint my own nails. There will be paint all over my skin. I can't do it. Maybe my left hand I could do, but this hand is right screwed.
I can. I can do it.
You can do
Of
nails?
course. Yeah, my hands don't shake anymore. Of course I can.
Huh.
Yes. Look,
Okay.
I owe you for a haircut. I got a free haircut from you not too long ago.
The best haircut of your life, by the way.
Psychopath. Thank God my hair grows. Seriously. Thank God.
Thank God. Because if that wasn't going to grow back in, you were going to have to get a yarmulke.
It was not as bad as the time that I went completely bald for charity. And if you don't know what your head looks like, you should not do that, especially in public.
Yeah.
My head looks so bad. I can't find any pictures of it too. I was doing this for charity. I was at Walmart in St. Joe, Missouri. And
was this a radio deal?
It was a radio deal and it was early 2000s. So let's just say that I was a bit of a rascal and I was just trying to make my way. So I was just doing anything that I could to get some attention or some publicity. Yeah. So I'm at this Walmart in St. Joe. It's a sanctioned thing. They know I'm supposed to be there. And I start berating, and I don't mean this, I start berating the town of St. Joe because the whole deal is that I think if I raise like 10 grand in the time that I was there, then I would shave my head bald. That was the whole deal. If I raised 10 grand, if they had like a Fantastic Sam's or something in there, I'd raise it bald. Yeah. All right. So donations were not going great. I think we were at like $500, $600.
Ooh, long way to go.
And I felt bad for the charity. So then I turned into wrestling mode. I turned into the heel. And then I started just going hard and roasting St. Joe, saying there's no fluoride in the water. Why don't you bring your gummy bear mama up here and talk to daddy? Why don't you unhitch the trailer and get on down here to your second home, Walmart? I mean, I went nuts to the point where there were some folks that wanted to fight me afterwards. I don't think they understood that I was just being silly so we could raise some. Anyway, I raised the money.
Did that work?
Oh, yeah.
So you were like, oh, you guys can't afford to donate or something. And then people are like, yeah, I can. And they came and donated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Psychology. Got it.
At the point to where I didn't know how to I was younger. So I didn't know how to I won this, but I didn't understand that because I was an idiot. So like people were donating money. They were visibly mad because of what I was saying. And I was just like, well, I guess you're not going to be able to pay your rent this month. Thanks for the money. Ass. Super ass. But anyway, they shaved my head. And it turned out it's the weirdest thing. I had a yeast infection on my head. I had like a spot. What? Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. I had this spot on my scalp. And do you remember? I know you're young, but I look like the old leader from Russia, the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev. I had this big red thing on. Look it up.
Okay.
Big red thing on his head. And everyone was like, the hell is that? So I went to the doctor and I was just like, I have this like rash thing. And they're like, well, that is a yeast infection that I had on my head.
How does that even happen? So what? The clippers that they used was what?
What?
What'd you say?
Go ahead. I froze. Go ahead. So yeah, they use clippers and then they
used on their chocha?
What?
Did they use clippers that they used on their chocha? And then they
No, I had the yeast infection under my hair. I did not know that I had it.
Huh.
Is my point.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know what your scalp looks like if you're going to, shave your head and then go out in public. Okay. Anyway, I don't look good.
Well, I told you that when you shaved your head low. I was like, you look like a penis.
You're right. Also, I know you don't know this movie reference, but a lot of people do. I kind of look like if I shave my hair, I look like at the end of Return of the Jedi when Luke takes Darth Vader, his father's mask off, and he's like, I want to see you with my own eyes. And he takes it off, and then Darth Vader just looks like a nutsack. That's what I look like.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jeez. True. I was going to watch that.
True. If anybody has pictures of that Walmart in St. Joe, early 2000s, send that over. Because I don't have any pictures of that.
I want to see it. Oh, hey,
Katie says that I'm brave, a brave soul to admit that. Well, look, ladies, we all get yeast infections every now and again. Maybe not on your forehead or your head, but you know.
True story. True story. Man, if you take antibiotics, next thing you know,
they gave me a topical. They gave me some sort of topical. It went away though.
Oh, that's good. At least
that is good. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Oh, I wanted to say hi to, where'd the comment go? April. First time catching y'all while you're still live. Jacoby
Yay.
says hi. Hey, Jacoby.
What up, Jacoby? That is a cool ass name.
I know that is a cool name.
Jacoby.
I love people are still finding us, you know. I mean, they're still it's taking time and it's going to take time. So just keep sticking with us.
Oh, fam. And also
dermatitis.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Shay's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, Shay works out at the Dermatology and Cancer Center in Lee Summit. We've been going back and forth about
that's where she works?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I need to go have my skin checked.
Yes, you do.
I need like a skin cancer.
Yes.
Like a whole thing here. Shay, message me so I know which one to make an appointment at.
Remember when we were talking about my HS that I have, and it's a very rare skin disease, and then Shay was nice enough to reach out. So I'm kind of talking to my primary doctor right now, but there are some treatments out there that are in the late stages of testing. So we're working those details out there. But Shay knows all about it. It's the skin cancer and dermatology there in Lee Summit. Shay,
right up the house from me. Perfect.
Correct me if I'm not saying that right. Shay, we appreciate that so much. So
yeah, I've got some moles on my back. I know they need to be checked.
She got moles.
Yeah, like moles and freckles. Like, I mean, I'm sure the sun's got after them. Who knows?
When I do go out and see Shay and those folks, I do have some stuff that I need to get checked out though, because you have to remember, we make jokes about us, being from the 1900s. Me especially, I was born and out there before sunscreen was a thing. I mean, I was born before sunscreen was invented.
Yeah, you were out there probably rubbing oil on yourself to get yourself tan, right?
To fit in. Yeah, to fit in. I was with some girls in high school. Ended up being my first wife, one of them. And yeah, we were up like on a rooftop at an apartment complex on Blacktop, putting Crisco on us and laying out. And then you just smell. It's like, is that chicken? No, that's me.
Yeah, I hide from the sun. I try my hardest.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Anyway, shout out Shay. We appreciate that so much. We do. All right, we're out of here.
Robe show.
What? Robe show? Yep.
Tomorrow is the robe show. We're showing up in our robes, people. So I full on expect everybody else to wear their robe, take selfies, tag us in it so we can share it on social.
It's also going to be our Throwback Thursday, to where we'll pull up some old photos and share some stories.
I've got to get my Ice Cube picture over to you. I cannot forget. Don't let me forget.
You found this one. Cute little Nikki.
Well, I've got a folder that's got just different, highlights of radio life. I've got that, but for some reason that's not it. That picture with Ice Cube is not in there. I've got Maxwell, Flo Rida. Remember Iggy Azalea? She's in here.
What?
Oh God, yeah. I loved Iggy Azalea. Like when she first came out.
I think I was out of town. I didn't.
You were there. We were competing stations. This was the very first Dance Festopia, I believe. Remember that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember Dance Festopia.
She was a bad bee when she first came on the scene. Oh, there's this guy. Oh God. I'm going to show you this picture. Now you be nice. I'm just going to pop it over here on the camera and you're going to immediately, guys, watch. He's going to immediately come unglued. It's so great. Remember that day? Carly Rae Jepsen. Remember this guy?
Who is that?
Look at my sock bun, though, by the way. My God, props to that. That thing is smooth. Come on. You remember this.
I don't know who that guy is. I have no clue. Who is that?
I went to introduce you to him.
That was funny.
Punch. Here's Punch. I don't want to meet him.
No, look. Nikki and I worked obviously at competing stations, and
yeah,
I was the program director of 93 at the time. And anytime I went out to events, I saw Nikki. She was the promotions director over at the Vibe at the time, and I just noticed. I was like, man, she's always buttoned up. Everything looks good. And I had reached out to Nikki at that point, and I said, hey, if you ever get tired of being over there, I would love for you to be on my team, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you were still there, and that didn't happen yet. But we were friends, and you and our friend, I think it was Chuck. Shout out Chuck if you're still out there.
Yes.
And you're all like, hey, this is so and so, and this is Ponch, and he was the program director of the other station. And I've pretty much been. I don't get into these competitive dick measuring contest things. It's like there's now even more, but back then too, there's so few radio people that it's like, don't be ugly, don't be nice. So you introduced me and I reached my hand out to shake this guy's hand, and he legit recoils and does not make eye contact with me. And he goes, nope, my town, my time. I don't fraternize with the competition, and walked off.
I was mortified. I just stood there and I'm like, okay. Like
the fuck just happened? And I looked at you and I'm like, that's who you're working for, huh? How's that?
It's time to go. It was time to go. And then when I put in my 2 weeks, I will never forget. I'm standing there waiting for the elevator. He comes in. He's like, I don't ride the elevator with traitors. I was like, cool, take the stairs, bro. God, we've lived a life, haven't we?
And wasn't that was the same douchebag that it was what, like a month later, to where Macklemore hooked up with MLS.
Yes.
Right? And they did that free show down at Power and Light.
Yep. And I had switched over. I was with you then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And didn't you had some sort of interaction with your old boss, that guy?
Well, yeah, because he got completely snubbed, and he was so mad because
I was on stage.
I was on the phone with MLS. Like as soon as you got word that this concert was going to happen and they were trying to make some moves, I got on the phone and found like the head of whoever with MLS, and I'm like, I want to own this. Our station owning it everywhere, and I offered them this amazing package, all the things, and worked the deal out.
Yeah.
And so when we got down there, our station, we were everywhere. I mean, our signage, I had you on stage hosting. I mean, it was great. And he got snubbed, and his station got snubbed. And he came up to me and, he was mad, big mad. I think I had some kind of I don't remember exactly what I said. That was so long ago, but I had some kind of great line. And I was like, even on Ponch's worst day, you're not as good. Like, I don't know. It was something that sounded really good at the time.
Look, we ride at dawn. That's what I'm talking about. They're hardcore. And I do remember being on stage.
Lord.
And when you're in front, and that was a sold out crowd at Power and Light. So there's like 50,000 is one of the most packed things I've ever seen there.
Yeah.
Even with like World Cup action, it was that packed.
It was packed.
And I remember being on stage, and when you're in front of that many people, it's kind of kind of hard. Hello, how's it going? I don't know that area code. But anyway, when there's that many people, you can't see faces, but I saw his. So when I was in the microphone introducing and welcoming the crowd and Macklemore, I just peered into his eyes, and I just had the biggest smile the entire time. And his face just got redder and redder, and he was just so mad and frothing at the mouth. And then insult to injury. Gave it to him. Fuck him. Don't be a dick. It's just not necessary.
No, it's not.
It's just not necessary. Hey guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap for today. But check us out tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun show. Tomorrow will be our last show before the 4th of July weekend. So if you're able to wear your bathrobe. We're going to be doing a bathrobe show with some Throwback Thursday tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. Also, we want to remind you before we get out of here, our big sponsor, Mando. Super important, guys. If you ask, how do we support your new show? This is exactly it. Go to shopmando.com. Shopmando.com. Insert the word Ponch, my name, get 20% off Mando. And we're talking you smelling better, your guy smelling better. You're tired of your guy. Look, he showers and he does the things. This is what he needs right here. He needs this spray, whole body deodorant. Like, just give him the package. Go to shopmando.com, get this package, and then you open the package. He gets out of the shower. You wait for him, and then you're like, hey, babe. And he's like, hey. And then you just go, there you go. Now you're set. Go to shopmando.com. All right, world. Have a great day. You got this.
Say goodbye, Ponch.
Goodbye, Ponch.
Hot mess, dumpster fire. Fun and trashy. Hot mess, dumpster fire. Fun and trashy. Ponch and Nikki are back. No censor. Oh, you foul, you're balling naked, trans me. You give a gun like these fitness trying to face me. Just be an ex, I need the ass dancing. I wait with screaming, shaky girl.